This is Gavin back. Well, this is like our kind of one of our final things, or this is a test of sorts. We're going to set up or reproduce exactly how this annual report page is. And if you can do everything on this page, which I'm sure you'll be able to, you'll be doing wonderfully. Right, so I've given you a PDF, or there's a PDF supplied with all the information. You've got all these guys here. You've got this girl. We're going to deep etch the girl. We're going to do, just so you kind of know what's coming, we're going to deep etch her. We're going to do this as per what it tells us to do. We've got 3 columns. You've got a pie chart and a graph. You know how to do that from a prior unit. So this is it. We're going to load a certain color red. We're going to just, this exactly how it is. So what this PDF, which is supplied in the with all the other stuff, right? So these have got little post-it notes on it, so that tells you what to do. I'm going to show you things how to do now. I won't do the entire job, but I will show you what to do. But keep referencing these little points here, and you're the student by the look of things. So I've just set this up. Yeah, so the page size, so just work through it. This one, place, these 3 Legos are supplied, must be scaled down. With the initial document, pages to be A4, set up 5mm bleed, margins, top, inside, outside, so it tells you exactly what to do. So just for example, we're going to do this thing to set up our new document. Okay, so we're going to keep referencing back. Remember, on a Mac, Command Tab will take you to different programs. I think it's Control Tab on a PC. So we want to go to InDesign and do what it tells us to do here, which is to set up an A4 document, 12 mils all the way around, 8mm margin, 3 column gutter. Okay, so we go to InDesign here. So I want a new document. So up here, File, New Document. This stuff you've done, you've been doing this for a while now. It's just, so we're going to do 3 pages, which will give us 1 page of the intro over here, and then 2 under here. Right, so we want A4 is what we're doing here. Okay, so we want, this is going to be our text inside of here, and you can see I've got preview on, so you can see, you'll see what's going on. So I want 3 columns, 5 mils in the middle. This is where we're going to put all of our type, and I've said to do 12mm margin, so that's all the way around. And so I'm going to uncheck this one, and the bottom is going to be 8. This can be whatever you want, but this just lines in with the grid that I'm working on. Okay, so that's number of pages is 3, A4, orientation, yep, there's this one. Bleed, I'm going to do 5mm bleed. This can be 3, this can be, yep, it's just as long as it's more than what it is. All good. If I go OK, you can see here, if I go to pages 2 and 3, this is my thing that I'm working on. It's got all my right bits and pieces. Okay, don't try and do it from this going back and forth. It's too hard. What I'd be doing is pasting this thing into your InDesign document and then just working straight directly over the top of it. It's a really good way. There's no design whatsoever in this job. It's purely just finished art, just getting used to matching things to right sizes. And if you can do this, you're doing well. Okay, so back to InDesign. I've got my document here, File, Place. You've done all this stuff, so Place. Go through, navigate through, find the information that you have for this. So I've got annual report instructions, this thing. So if I go open, and if I go to the corner of the bleed, it'll be pretty close. If I just click once, and you can see up here, it's pretty close. I could just use my mouse, and I'm just going to line the trim marks up. So remember, this is the trim marks here. This is where the page that lines up with the page, as you can see. That's really important that makes sense. Okay, so that is where they cut it out, and this is the page. So if I hide guides, you can see where my page is. Okay, so I've just put that into a layer. Comes in a bit blurry. If you right click on any image that you've done, display performance, high quality, it'll sharpen that up. So we're just going to pretty much on a different layer. We're going to, over here you can see in layers, we've got background to trash. You don't want this one, you can get rid of this one later on. Okay, last thing with this one, we're going to go, just to make it a bit easier to trace, up to opacity up here, and we're going to make that, turn the opacity down so you can just see through it, so you can put your stuff over the top of it. So all good. Under layers, we're going to lock this guy. We're going to make a new layer. Right, we're going to make a new layer. Alright, and then this one will be called content, or whatever you want to call it. Good. Right, so that's it. We've got our thing now. We've got our content where we're going to go. We just got to start to put all our stuff into it now. So if we just go back and forth to this document, you can see up here, I'm going to do some of this quick because you should know this already. So 3 logos must be supplied. Okay, so I go back to InDesign, this one, on my new document, on my content layer, File, Place. We go through, navigate through Assets for Annual Report. So I want the BW. I can do one. I can go open, and I can put that in there. If I just click it once, it's going to come in really big. Okay, remember that. Hold Command Shift, scale it down, and put that in to where it's going to go. Okay, so Command first on your keyboard and Shift. Okay, so we can see that, and you're literally just matching this. So it's a really good exercise. And remember to get the whole box. Okay, so that's the first one. Another thing I can do, I could have done a few at once. File, place, same. So this time I want I've got the BWS logo. I want the Dan Murphy one and the Woolworths one. I've held Command down on my machine, or Control, I believe is the Windows version, and go open with those two selected. I've got two now. You can even see on my the thing moving around here, there's a little 2 in brackets. It may be hard to see, but that's just telling me. So the Dan Murphy's one's next, so hold Shift down to get that in proportion. There's the Dan Murphy's one, and now the Woolworths one. Okay, so that's good. So you can see, so just move that stuff around to fit into there. The boxes, that's that. That's how you do that. You can do the rest of that, not a problem. Now we're going to work on this one. Okay, we've got some text on the girl, so we might just do the red first. So what that red is going to be is just a big, I've literally just drawn a big red box. Okay, across there, we'll spin it around, and we want this to be a certain color red, and you'll learn here how to build a red. Right, so if I open my swatches palette, so color, swatches, yep, this guy, there's a certain red that they're after, and you should know how to do this. So the red that we're after, in this case, is on your Acrobat document over here, this thing. Okay, red bar is 70 mils deep, 5 mil bleed, and that's the color is cyan, magenta, yellow, black. So it's made up of 0, hundreds, Okay, so you've got to learn how to load colors, which is really simple to do, and we'll do this now. Okay, so, and that's how it's 70 mil by 5 mils deep. So back to InDesign. Right, this one, okay, colors, swatches here. I'm going to say new color swatch, and we know what it is. Got it written down. So 0 cyan, magenta is 100. Okay, yellow 63. I'm just typing these figures in, and black is 12. Okay, so that's our color. Red, I can name the color. That if that tick will name it as the number, I can untick that and just say Gav's red swatch. Okay, process zoom OK. Okay, add that. And that is in here now. Okay, so that gives me my red swatch. Literally, this is Illustrator stuff now. So just for now, I'm going to leave that. I'm going to turn this color around so I can see what's going on. This is Illustrator stuff now, really easy. Over here in the anchor point, I'm going to add an anchor point. One there, and one in the middle. A bit hard to see because it's red. Pull this guy down. So with the direct selection tool now, pull that down, that'll give you the red. So as you can see, as we flip that around, that'll just be red at the end.